What kind of product do you use? Product for your hair, product for your face, good creams and all those good, wonderful products that we use to clean the house and all those things. What if I told you that the greatest product of your life was you? How do you deal with that? How do you market that? I'll be right back.
You can do it. Don't stop. Ed Montgomery. Come on. A new way of thinking. Transform your mind. Straight from the vine. Fresh new wine.
Hello, I'm Ed Montgomery. Welcome to Fresh New Wine. Fresh New Wine is about taking expanding thoughts and hopefully creating expanding structures, because expanding thought has to have expanding structures in order to exist. I am your host, Dr. Ed Montgomery. Thank you for being a part. Also, thank you so much for watching Sensational Sundays, which takes place every Sunday morning at 11 a.m., where we do. It's a little bit more expanded. It's more, these are sessions, more group sessions where I'm dealing with a larger group of people. So keep your eye open. It comes out every Sunday morning. We were talking about literally how to build the people to shape the world, how to build not, I don't want to use the term just successful life, but how to build something from scratch, from the beginning, from the ground up. This is something I've been doing all of my life. Ever since I was a teenager, I've always had the belief that you don't have to wait for somebody to give you anything. Don't wait for someone to give you anything. Build it yourself. If you always wait for someone to give it to you, you will be waiting based on how other people think about you. Sure, if they say, hey, I want to give you this, hey, thank you so much, I really appreciate it, but never stop building your own. This administration we're dealing with politically, and this country where we are right now, we're going to see things happening, and we're going to fight, rah, 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 to get people to give us something, or to give me what I deserve, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're melanated, non-melanated, and we're going to discover something. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. You have to begin to do it yourself. So what is the first thing we do? Number one. Oh, well, I forgot. I forgot. Wait a minute. Before we get to number one, hit that like button. Okay? You got to hit it. Because when you hit the like, you said, well, tell me something so I can like it. You got to hit the like button now so that we can expand the algorithms. If you hit that like button, the algorithms will expand and it will bring in more people. We could have 5,000 people who subscribe to us, but only have 100 watching or whatever, or 50 watching, because the algorithms won't give the other 5,000 people, let them see what we're doing. They don't tell them. So we could be doing great things, but nobody will tell them. So hit the like button. There you go. Hit it, smash it, crash it, dash it, mash it, do everything you need to do. If you need to subscribe, subscribe now. Is at least begin to build a platform. You have to build something which to stand on. Check Fresh New Wine the last couple of weeks, because I talk about platforms. And then I also talk about when you build platforms, you've got to make sure the kind of people you put on those platforms, because if you put the wrong folk on it, the toxic people on there, then it can tear you apart. Number two, you've got to develop the product. All right. People will wait all of their lives to come up with the right product. Should I sell this? Should I sell that? Should I sell this dress or should I sell that dress? Do I go to the wholesale store and buy certain facial products so I can take it and resell it and make a manufacturing company? Or do I manufacture a certain kind of cream? I need to find somebody who can create this particular cream from scratch. In other words, we're looking for other people or looking for other things that we can use in order to make what we need. And so we're waiting. We're waiting on collaborations. We're waiting on connections. I always start from one premise. Build your platform. That's number one. Number two, build your own product. Number one, build your own platform. And number two, build your own product. Work on the platform. Next, work on the product. What is the greatest product in the world? You are the greatest product ever. What? You are the greatest product. I was talking to some friends, some people that I know, and they had ideas about shows. And they were saying, oh my goodness, we can do some good shows on, talking with a whole lot of people about life and what they think about, where they go to eat and who do they marry and who do they go out with, and say, suppose we could get this particular celebrity, or let's get that particular celebrity and see if we can make some phone calls and get them on the show and talk to them about this and that. And I said, fine. I said, but the first person that needs to be on your show is you. You are the greatest thing. I'm not talking about the celebrity. You are the celebrity. You are the head of the whole thing. Build your own product, and your greatest product is you. Now, once you start with you, sit down, if you have to, and interview yourself or find somebody to interview you. Instead of you trying to interview a great celebrity, why not find somebody who might be a celebrity but not the greatest celebrity and get them to interview you and ask you questions? In other words, get one of your children that's out there, they listen to music, they doing this, hey, come here, interview dad, interview your mother. Or find some of your friends and tell them to, look like a broadcaster, an anchor, and interview you and ask you certain questions so you could answer those questions. I believe it's a lot different me talking to this camera than somebody asking me a question. I can talk to this camera all day long, but if somebody was interviewing me and suppose they were saying to me, Dr. Ed, what's the first thing you need if you want to encourage business or you want to build something from the ground up? See, I would be looking off camera, and one thing I would say to him is, number one, build your own platform. Number one. Number two, I would say, build your own product. Your own product is you. Number one, build your own platform. Your platform is what you build. Build your own product. Your own product is you. What are the things about you that are good? What are the things about you that are marketable? Now, if there's nothing marketable about you, if you just think you're boring and whatever, I'm going to tell you how to fix that. Hold on a second. Don't go nowhere. Stay with me right here. Because before I go any further, I like to break usually for about 180 seconds to say this. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for at least considering us to be a voice that is helping not only you, but also to help others. There are a lot of people out there that we get emails from who come by our my live sessions on Sunday morning, and whose lives are going through some, what my grandmother used to say, pure D hell. But one of the things they get is not just comfort, but at least find ways of learning how to move the toxic mountains in life, how to move the demonic things that are trying to collide with us, to break our hearts and to break our will, break our self-esteem. When you give through that text to give, that enables us to stay on this field saying what we're saying. So take a moment, 713-742-2035. Use that text to give. That's what this is. And all you got to do is when you text it to that number, but in the message, just hit $7, $8, $9, just the number 7 or the number 8 or the number 9. It'll immediately just make $7, $8, $9. I promise you, if you start adding zeros, it's going to go up. 8 0 is going to be 80. So if you just want to do 7, 8, 9, just type 7, 8, 9. No zeros to it. But it's up to you what you want to give. And go ahead and hit that send. And it only takes a few seconds, and you're right there. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for your love and all your contributions. Keep feeling warm inside because you're making a difference. Now, what enables you to be who you are is because you recognize your gifts, your talents, and maybe even your abilities. Now, if you feel you don't have anything, you're saying, what in the world do I market? You've got to sit down and decide, what is it about you that you can do? Okay. You may not be able to sit and grab and talk straight on the internet and talk to the camera and talk, people in front of you moment after moment. You may not be able to do that. You say, well, I'm not good at that. You say, well, I'm also not too good in doing classes or whatever. Begin to fish inside your mind. Fish inside your mind. Fish your mind. Fish in your mind. In other words, take a rod and reel, imaginary, with a hook on it and some bait, and put it in there in your brain and begin to fish around. Or take your fingers, begin to go inside of your spirit and fish around and ask the question. Here's what fishing around is. What is it that I have that is valuable? What is it that's around me that is that somebody else may want? What helped me to cure my broken heart? What helped me when I mentally was just zonked out to get back in life? I went through a divorce. What is it in my going through that and that just tore me apart that enabled me to face it and fix it and then ultimately live through it? Did you write a book about it? Did you just write a paragraph about it? What did you do about it? Maybe it's information that somebody else would want. Now you're beginning to look at what you have. It's an old thing that the story of David and Goliath, and also the story of Moses when Moses was faced with going across the Red Sea. You know that story. And the question was asked of him by God when Moses said, how can a miracle happen? And God asked, what's in your hand, Moses? Moses said, all it is a rod. Just have a rod in my hand. God says to him, stretch out your rod or stretch out your hand. You stretch out what you have. Stretch out your sense of understanding. Stretch out your sense of worth. Stretch out your creativity. Stretch yourself. Begin to ask yourself questions. The way you stretch yourself is to ask yourself. Stretch yourself by asking yourself. Stretch yourself by asking yourself questions. Stretch yourself by asking yourself questions about yourself. What is it about you? What's good? What's good about you? What may be the weaknesses? What seem to be the limits? Don't be afraid to have to come face to face with fractures. Do not be afraid to come face to face with your fractures. Fractures can be healed. It may leave scars, but it does not mean it cannot be healed. As a matter of fact, many fractures may have scars, but it will come back a stronger bond than ever. Don't be afraid to explore yourself. Don't be afraid to take that time with yourself. Now, I will warn you about one thing. Be careful about asking other people about yourself. Even your closest friends, who they feel is someone wonderful and great, they may not always tell you. For whatever reason, there's some roads you have to walk alone. Don't worry about what other people think about you. They may think about you one way today and think about you another next week. Because if you take that, you'll be going up and down, back and forth, topsy-turvy. You're going to have to trust God, but not just God. You're going to have to, hear me carefully now, trust the God within you. Matter of fact, say it with me. Trust the God in me. Say it again. Trust the God in me. Don't just trust God. Trust the God in me. You know what? That's so powerful. Trust the God in me. I think I may just leave it right here. Trust the God in me. Wow. The word this year is bold. I talk to people and they say, you know what, Dr. Ed, I meet a lot of people who say, I'm an educated person, but they talk to me and tell me, you keep flaunting your education, keep using all those big words. Or a person may say they don't like the way I talk, or they don't like the way I look, or they don't like the way I dress. Or, just a lot of things that people will tell other people what they don't like about them. But you know what I'm going to say to you? Sometimes you got to get to a place in your life that you got to get bold about who you are. Now, that doesn't mean you don't make changes. Hey, check an image consultant out. Hey, go online, see what the latest fashions are. Leaf through a magazine. Check some things out. Learn how to talk about things. Take some voice lessons. Do whatever you want to. Make some changes this year. But once you make those changes, let it be you that makes those changes. And once you're satisfied with you, then be the most extraordinary you can ever be. That's what I'm teaching on all this year, is talking about the extraordinary I, the power of that true I of who you are. So take a moment and emphasize it, because giving makes a difference. When you connect your giving with who you are, it reinforces the power of who you are. That's right. It's not just saying, oh, I'm a nice person. You got to give something. When you give something away, whether it's a smile, whether it's a conversation, whether it's a pat on the back, it reinforces it. I want you to take a moment, make a contribution to what we're doing. I don't know what the amount is that's in your mind, but choose one. Might be $8, might be $10, whatever it is. Do it now. You can do it on your text to give, 713-742-2035. But whatever you do it now, right now. We would be so eternally grateful, and it would make me happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate exactly everything that you're doing. Be bold. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, crash it. Let us know you're there.